Ho, ho, ho. Oh my God, your sound is gone now. Why are you muted? Um, you muted yourself. What a great way to start a show. Good morning, everyone. No, Mai-Liis, you're still not on. There you are. Okay.
I had two issues. I'm trying to get rid of the glare in my glasses. I don't know. I even watched a YouTube to see how to do it, and it's still there. I can't do it. And then I had a problem with my hat tangling around my glasses and my microphone, and I don't know. That was after Terry told me I looked like a nun the first time I had it on my head. I don't know about that either.
Well, you kind of did. You look like a little old nun with a little, like everything pulled back. Hallelujah. Anyways, good morning, everyone. We have a great show today. We're in a Christmas mood.
Obviously, look at our hats. I picked these up for Julie and myself at the beginning of the season kind of thing. Now you can't find one like this, but I thought, oh my God, those are Seeker Chick hats. I love them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love it, the little pompon and everything. Yeah. So as you can probably guess, we're going to be talking about a lot of Christmas stuff today. Actually, we're going to be talking about three events happening that are coming up really fast. So we're going to be talking about the toy drive that's going on right now.
Yep.
Fantastic event that takes place every year that really helps a whole bunch of people in the area. I think last year it was like, I should have those numbers, but about 1,500 families that were helped by the toy drive and the Christmas baskets, of course. And then we're going to be talking about the breakfast with Santa that is happening this year, and the Santa Claus parade.
Yay! Finally happening, because we didn't have it at all last year, did we?
No, we had a drive-by, remember? It was a drive-through parade. Yes. Kind of like the Halloween event. So
yeah, not quite the same, but
not quite the same, but at least, you know, it happened. And it was one of the only places in the area that actually did have something. So, and so anyways, I'll bring our guests. We have Ralph Brundon, who is the chair of the toy drive with the Optimist Club. And of course, our staple guest that's here every other week, Terry Muir.
Because Terry does everything.
Terry does do everything. Oh my God, we were talking about that backstage before, how, you know, he's just like involved in every single thing that happens in town, it seems. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So Santa's helper is his name today.
Oh, Ralph's name?
Oh, no, Terry's name.
Oh yeah, I see that. Santa's helper. Well, that's good.
Somebody says Mary Terry.
Mary Terry. That's cute.
Oh, the waterfront tours will be in the parade. Woohoo! Yay! Nice. That's awesome.
Well, it is Mary Terry, because I don't usually see him with without a smile on his face. Look at him; he's just smiling.
I know.
I did see him with a bit of not a smile though at the Halloween trunk and treat. He was absolutely drenched, but he did smile at one point. Yeah, Terry's always smiling.
He is. All right, so Ralph, let's start with you and talk about what's going on with the toy drive. And is it changed this year? Is there a different procedure? Give us the scoop.
So it's probably about the same as last year. We're at the process of getting the angels out. That's where a lot of our toys come from, and that's what it is. What we do is we have different businesses and go in with the angel program. That's where I have an angel here. That's what they look like.
Okay.
What we do, we send them to the different businesses, and they put them on their Christmas tree or whatever, and the people can go in, pick one up, and they can buy a toy for that child, whether it's a boy or girl of that age group.
Okay,
And
so the angel has like the age group written
Yep.
on it, and
There's
okay,
boy and girl, and then the age written on that we'd like to purchase the toys. So we need approximately 1,400 bags of toys for the kids, because it's 1,400 kids. And we have a collection, we make a bag approximately about $30.
okay.
So as you can see, we need a lot of toys.
So a bag contains how many toys?
Depending on the amount of the toy. Some may only have one or two, some may have 4 or 5.
Yeah.
What we do is we give a value of about
Okay.
$30.
Okay, so
Okay,
it can
that-
consist of like a puzzle and then a
Yeah.
doll and
Yeah.
a whole bunch of things in that bag, and so the kid gets a few presents at Christmas, right?
Now
And we
you're
get the-
saying, I have a quick question. Now you're saying we have about 1,400 kids. Like, where did
Yeah.
these kids come from?
Now, what we do is we get the kids from the Children's Christmas Fund. That's where they go to the Salvation Army and register for the food baskets.
Okay.
And what we do is we get the toys for the kids of that family. So they all have to be registered so that we know that they're kids that could use a little boost
Okay.
from the low income families.
Yeah.
So
And
they
that's what we
register
do.
through the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. And it starts
And-
tomorrow, the registration.
Okay. And so there are all families that are located in Cornwall and area.
Yes, that's correct.
Wow, that's a lot of families. So 1,400 kids. Last year, you've served roughly the same amount?
Roughly the same amount. It's usually about the same amount it fluctuates year to year. But that on the average, that's about the amount that we have to gear up for.
Wow, that's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids.
And it's a big undertaking. Like I've done it with my son Mateo a few years back, the day of, and it is such a big undertaking.
Oh, it's a huge undertaking, but it's a very enjoyable one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work at the start, but when you're distributing those toys during the day, I'll tell you, it puts a big smile on everybody's face. It really feels good. You can't put a price on that feeling.
Absolutely.
So many kids.
Exactly.
So I have a question. So we also see the Sparky's Toy Drive come up all the time. So what is the link between the two?
Okay, we also get the toys from Sparky's. What we do all the sorting of all the toys. We do get some from Sparky's. We get some from the different businesses. We have some that are donated from the community. But Sparky's does help us a lot. And he goes around to theirs, and then they drop everything off in a big truck all at once.
Wow.
Then we have to go through and sort the toys by age group and by price.
Wow.
So it's a huge undertaking, the sorting, and it's usually the bulk of it is done in like a 2-week period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorting.
So lots of hands-on during those 2 weeks, eh?
Lots of hands on deck.
So I guess the day of is the easy part. It's what's
Giving
before
it out.
that.
Yeah, that's the fun part, is handing the toys out. And we'll be sorting at the complex and also distributing the toys there.
That was another question. Where are they distributed? I know last year it was there too with all the
We
food
just
baskets
distribute the
and
same
stuff.
day as the Children's Christmas Fund.
Yeah.
Yes. So you distribute the baskets and the toys the same day.
That's right. So it's a very hectic time at the complex.
Now, and I have a question too. How do you get the businesses? Like, or do businesses just like register as well, and then you take
they can,
angels to them?
Well, we've had them in the past. We have the members sort of look after each businesses, but we're more than happy if any business wants to help us out and participate in the angels. We'd be more than happy, because we have different packages of angels that we can give them along with a letter, and they can help us collect toys. We'd be more than happy.
So
How do
any
they
business,
contact, how do they contact you?
Well, they can contact, they even go to the Optimus Club website, or they can contact me even through Facebook. I can give you the number,
okay.
613-551-0997. And if they want
Okay.
to, the best way to contact us be to text me or just message me through Facebook.
Okay, so I'm going to put that in the chat box
Yeah,
if you
that'd
want
be
to get
great.
involved
Mhm.
as a business.
Or any member of the Optimist Club. If they know of somebody, they can contact them also.
Okay. Or contact any member.
Contact any member. It'd be great.
Perfect.
Perfect. So that's great. Awesome. Ralph, I'm going to let you go. I know you have to be at work for 11, so I'm going to
Wow.
let you go and do the rest of your day. Enjoy
Yeah,
the
well,
rest of your day. And we'll
well,
talk to Terry about the rest. And Ralph is involved in all of it too, but as an
okay.
optimist.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, Ralph. Have a good
Thank
day.
you,
Bye-bye.
Ralph.
Okay, so
So now
now.
we've got.
Okay, so I'm
Mary
just going to
Terry.
finish. Mary Terry is on. Can I change his name? I wonder if I can change his name.
To Mary Terry? I think
Yes,
Mary
I can.
Do Mary
I'm
Terry.
going to put it Mary Terry. That's too funny.
I
Mary
like that.
Terry. Here we go.
There you go.
So
Oh,
you're putting all the contacts before we continue, like you're putting all the information in our
I
chat
am. I
there,
am
because
putting it in the chat box. Somebody had commented, why isn't Ralph wearing his Christmas hat? That's a good question.
because Ralph's still going to work, so
We can punish him for that at the next Optimist meeting.
That's
There you
right.
go.
He can get a fine.
Yes.
That was interesting though, because I always had questions about how that all worked and how they got the toys and how businesses can donate, and Ralph answered all that. So that's wonderful.
Awesome. So we'll talk about Breakfast with Santa and we'll talk about the parade. I already have questions coming in. Somebody was asking, how do we go about putting a float in the parade?
Well, that's very simple. Just go to CornwallSantaClausParade.com and fill out the registration, and we'd be happy to have you. The only thing we ask is it be Christmas themed, which is very easy this year because this is our 50th anniversary.
Oh,
wow.
50 years of having the parade in Cornwall. So we started in 1971. So I'm kind of expecting some people to show up maybe doing a 1971 Christmas.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I see that was Rick Dory that posted that question. So, I would probably suspect if he shows up, it'll be like a
Barbecue.
well, he might be Cousin Eddie or something like that, I mean, I know he's a lover of a certain show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
He
we'd be
says,
happy to have
okay,
him.
barbecue is good in any year.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so let's back up a little bit because the day, like the gay, the
Okay,
day-
first of all, what is the date of the Santa Claus parade? Let's just clear that up.
That's this Saturday, November 20th.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it's coming quickly. We had
Yes.
short notice because with everything going on, we didn't want to push the envelope too far, but
it is pushed far.
we pushed it. So we're having a small breakfast with Santa, very limited numbers this year.
Yeah.
And so the Knights of Columbus, because the Civic Complex was not available to us, so the Knights of Columbus was kind enough to offer us their downstairs hall for us to prepare the breakfast and to receive the kids. And obviously we have a lot of protocols we're going to have to follow because of what's going on. But yes, the parade is this coming Saturday. So,
It is.
Yeah, so that's where it is. We'll have I think there's 100 tickets for the 8 a.m. seating, and there's a second seating at 10 a.m. and they're free, but you have to register online to get in.
Yes, so it's always free for the Santa Claus breakfast with Santa. It's by donation only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do they register?
It is on the optimistclubofcornwall.org site, and the event is put on by the Optimist Club.
Okay.
And I can tell you that the members absolutely love this event, including myself. And Jody Archambault is heading it up this year. So, he'll be the one cracking the whip.
Oh, where's Jody? Jeez, you should be on here.
He should be. He's got
Yes.
this annoying thing that he does. It's called
Work?
a job. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That gets on the way of volunteering. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put up the website to go and register. And I think you had one request from people, because the goal of this is it's a breakfast with Santa, so it is a kids event. So I think you really want to focus on getting as many kids in there as possible. So you have a request for parents.
Yes, obviously, if we start letting parents fill up the space, there'll be hardly any kids. So we're asking, well, first of all, like everything else, you have to be fully vaccinated to get in. And the other thing too is, please, only one parent come with the family. And, if they want to let them come in by themselves and sit down and enjoy a breakfast, that'd be even better, because then we can get more kids in.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, because, it's very limited this year. Like on a normal year, how many kids do you see that day?
In 2019, we served, I think it was 800,
Wow.
just around 800 we served for breakfast.
Wow.
And that's a steady stream, right? And the biggest lineup, of course, is waiting to see Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, he'll be making his way around the room and talking to everybody this year. Not quite the same as in the past, but, he'll be there to listen to you.
Yeah. So no sitting on the lap of Santa kind of thing. No, not this year.
Good idea these days.
No.
Yeah.
Is Santa wearing a mask?
I would assume that he would wear a mask.
That'll be interesting to see what kind of masks they wear in the North Pole.
Yeah.
It will be, won't it? Probably insulated.
So everyone has to be vaccinated. They have to show proof of vaccination at the door. Of course, kids don't have to be vaccinated because it's not happening yet. Anyone over 12, correct?
That's right. So 12 and under, no problem at all.
And what's the menu?
Well, that's a good question. I know there's pancakes, and I know there is definitely bacon.
Bacon.
Okay.
Bacon. You can't go wrong with bacon.
No.
And I believe there's a couple of other items on there, maybe home fries and eggs. It's most years we have an expanded menu, but
I remember in 2019 it was like, oh my God, the spread you guys made. And it's nothing short of a miracle, because when you feed that much of a crowd with, you have to prepare everything in advance. And anyways, it's
and we have
not in advance,
volunteers, because in a normal year, our volunteers would be up way before the crack of dawn, prepping the food, getting it ready.
Burning the bacon.
Yeah, burning the bacon. Yeah. Inside joke. And then we'd have, on a normal year, we'd have Jeff McCulloch and Robin McIntosh and their crew out there closing down Montreal Road for the street hockey. And that'd be going on the same time as the breakfast, and it runs all day. And unfortunately, that's not happening this year, but they will be back next year.
Good.
Good.
So, and then, we're down setting up for the parade. So a normal parade day is a very, very busy day. It takes a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely. The parade also, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we now know how the breakfast with Santa is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So different this year a little bit, but still so glad that it's happening. It's going to give the kids so much to enjoy. Like they've been good, and they've been really, secluded, and this is a different way of life now. And so it's great to see that you guys are able to pull this off. But now the parade, which is pretty much a normal parade, right?
Pretty much. the big difference this year is we don't have access to buildings, but we're still setting up at St. Lawrence Secondary School.
Okay.
They've allowed us to use the parking lot, but not the indoors. That's our policy currently. So we'll be setting up outside. So it'll be a little different, right? We won't have the indoor registration, but Norm Segay has offered to lend us a camper. So we'll have something outside for the registration to be in, something warm. And so the parade will start at 5. Well, actually, the firefighters, who, going back to the toy drive, are huge supporters of the toy drive, Professional Firefighters Association in Cornwall, which has Sparky. And so they'll be leading off the parade at 4:45 with going along trying to collect for the toys, and like they would do in a normal year. And then the parade itself will start at 5 p.m. and we'll head from St. Lawrence Secondary School west on 2nd Street down to the corner of Augustus and 2nd, at which time the parade ends and the floats turn south onto Augustus, and then they unload. And the city of Cornwall has been kind enough to provide us with buses like they did in previous years to take everybody over to the parking lot at Civic Complex so that people can pick up the people that have been in the parade itself. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the building again, but at least it'll be a safer location to be picked up.
Yes. So will float groups be allowed to hand out candy?
We really don't know the answer to that. I mean, we haven't been told no. So, I would hope that if people are going to do it, that they're going to do it safely. Obviously, no throwing of candy. That's totally prohibited every year because, if a child runs out to grab candy, something bad can happen. So that's watched for. And on the other side of it is, you still got to distance yourself from people. So, please act accordingly.
Yeah. So the parade is the same as usual, but there are still the social distancing regulations. And how's that going to work? Is there social distancing regulations for outside, or is this now just?
Well, no, there is. I believe the same thing applies as always. If you can't distance, then you should be wearing a mask.
Wear a mask.
We will be putting up signs along the parade route, asking people. We're not telling people they have to do this or do that. It's simply going to ask people to respect each other's distance and stuff like that, because maybe you're fully vaccinated, maybe you're not fully vaccinated, but maybe the person beside you is uncomfortable. So, 2nd Street is a long street and there's usually some empty spots. So we're just asking people to spread out a little bit further and, just respect each other, because it's no small feat getting permission to pull this off. And we want to show them that, Cornwall respects each other and that will make sure that we're not making people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, most people will come in their family bubbles anyway, so they'll stay together. And like you're saying, just distance from others. That's all. It's kind of logical.
We have another question here. If there are no access to the interior of the school, will there be porta potties available?
Good question.
Good question.
Well, very limited. Obviously, we can't turn around and bring in a whole bunch of porta potties on the school property. For one thing, it's the expense of it. Another thing is, they have to be maintained and everything else. That's why we're asking that parade participants show up close to the time that we're leaving. So, no sooner than say 4:15 to be able to leave at 5. So that way, hopefully not a lot of people are going to need the washrooms, but there will be something available just in case.
Okay. That's good. Good to know.
But again, it makes sense because somebody's got to be there wiping them down and everything, really, because of all the protocols. So you can't.
Right. That would be kind of like a logistical nightmare.
It is. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we're not going to deny anybody, but we would prefer not to have to tie volunteers up doing that stuff.
Yeah. So show up and with an empty bladder, I guess.
Yeah, and don't bring any drinks with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't drink the whole time.
So weird though, Terry. So weird. Like this is not something that you had to even worry about before, you know? Like it's so many little details that you don't even think about. It's just natural
It is.
details.
Well,
It is so
Yeah.
different. It's
It
different
is.
yet the same. So
Yeah.
anyways.
We take a lot of stuff for granted in our normal lives, right? Because usually the
Exactly.
custodians at the school, they take care of everything, right? I mean, we go in, we make the mess, they clean it up, and you know, we're on our way making smiles. Well, it's just,
Yeah.
and does it suck? Sure, it sucks. We'd love to have everything normal, but it was this or nothing, and it sure beats the traffic jam we had last year for the drive-through.
Yeah.
It was amazing the amount of people that turned out to go through the drive-through Santa Claus parade last year. But you know, it did back up all the way up the Water Street to Brookdale and up Brookdale past the traffic circle. So that was a lot of people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wanna put out a shameless plug here. So in the December Seeker, we're gonna be having a recipe from Mrs. Claus herself. She sent us a date square recipe. So no other than Mrs. Claus is going to be
Nice.
featured in the Seeker in December, and the Seeker will be because our office is right on 2nd Street. So every year we broadcast the event live on Facebook. Hopefully we are going to do the same thing this year, but we're going to have a trunk full of chips, because if you remember, we were supposed to be part of the trunk or treat, and that didn't happen because I was
No.
sick, and I'm still sick. I was diagnosed with strep. Imagine that. This week, finally, I went to the doctors and I got strep. So
That explains why
so
you're
we're
feeling
gonna have
rough.
what was that?
That explains why you're feeling rough.
No kidding. Like it
Yeah.
kicked my butt, man. It kicked my butt.
But on, you know, on the flip side, we've got like almost 1,000 bags of chips to give away, so we've got to do something, right? So we'll have a trunk open at the Seeker office, so anybody that's
Nice.
in the vicinity, stop on by.
Yeah. So Rick says, don't matter what life throws at us, Terry always figures it out. A
Yeah.
superhero in his own way. Great guy. Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. He sure is. We have him in high regards here. That's why we have him every second week on the show.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, who's on the
Terry
show?" Oh,
again?
It's Terry
Yeah.
again.
Must be Terry.
Recycle Terry.
How many floats do you have so far, Terry? Barb is asking.
You know, in a normal year, we would have 45 to 50 entries. And I had said when CTV News had come and saw me for an interview a while back, said we'd be doing well if we got half of that, you know, because it's short notice, it's a tough
Yeah.
year. But you know what? In Cornwall fashion, people are stepping up, and we're somewhere between 30 and 35 entries already.
Wow.
So we're almost a
Wow.
regular year.
Impressive.
And we have new businesses coming on board and new people coming on board, you know. So
Nice.
yay, Cornwall.
Yay,
Did
of
I
course.
ask the question? How do you register for a float, to put a float in? Where do you
Yes. CornwallSantaClausParade.com. So I'm going to put that to register. Do you have a cutout, or do you accept everyone?
Well, obviously we're not going to turn anybody away. In a perfect world, we would have stopped accepting registrations, but this isn't a perfect world. So come one, come all. The only thing is, don't show up undecorated. You know, the theme is very open this year.
Yeah.
It has to be Christmas related. And like I said, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of having the Santa Claus Parade in Cornwall, started in 1971. So you can pick anything in between there over the last 50 years, or you can try and cover them all. You know, it's pretty cool.
Cool. So remind
what's-
people somebody is saying, remind people to respect parking and no parking signs, because that's a challenge every year, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's people especially close to the time the parade starts, they tend to just abandon their vehicle and walk up to the parade. And the problem is that parade or no parade, there still has to be emergency vehicles get through. So, we have the fire department in the parade. If they get a call, they have to leave. It doesn't matter whether they're in a parade or not. So if they come to a corner and the police open it up and there's cars parked illegally and they can't get down, that could take, even if it takes a minute. A minute's a long time in an emergency.
Yeah, it is. Every minute counts.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Right. It's, yes, that's a good point, to make sure that people can respect the normal rules.
So there are signs that go up on the streets. Like on that day, you'll see new no parking signs on 2nd Street. So please respect those. And on the side streets as well, make sure that you're not parked where you shouldn't be, please. And thank you. Because, it's all a group community effort. We all have to work together.
Exactly.
And make their lives a little easier, because they put up a lot of efforts and energy into this. I can't wait to see all the beautiful floats. It's always such a delightful day. I used to host a potluck at my house with a whole bunch of friends on that day, and the kids would go in the front and everybody would eat and be merry. So have you put up your Christmas tree yet, Terry?
I have not.
I've done mine this past weekend.
We've been rather busy. Trying, getting through things. I mean, this weekend we had a barbecue and bake sale for the Optimist Club, so that tied us up, and a number of us were baking and getting stuff ready. So, I tell everybody that my life will return somewhat to normal after the parade, because then it's just the Children's Christmas Fund and the toy drive left to focus on. But it's all good. We'll get there.
Yeah. Awesome.
I don't think you could be the kind of person that does nothing, just sits in front of a TV or something, Terry. So, I mean, this is your normal life.
It is.
Do you even watch
busy?
I don't watch a lot of TV, no.
No way.
I've been reading more lately.
Good.
That's good. Yeah, I've been reading too. Like it's reading. Okay, I'm putting it lightly. I'm actually audibling my books because my eyes are so bad, man. Like I really have to be cautious, because my eyes are not what they used to be, and I attribute that to be as old as the parade. But but
that's a good way of saying it without actually saying it,
right? Yeah. So just figure it out, people. So I'm downloading books from Audible, and I'm listening to the books actually rather than reading them, which spares my eyes. But so it's a good thing to do.
It is.
Yep. Oh, all right, Terry. Well, nice hats. Thank you, Ina. How are you today? Terry's the best. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. And Donna is here. Hey, Mrs. Claus, how are you doing today?
So excited for that date recipe.
Yes, date square. Yum. Oh, those are my very favorite. I love date squares.
They sold very quickly.
No kidding. No kidding. Like, are you having another bake sale at some point?
We are. Black Friday weekend, Friday and Saturday, we'll be back at the Canadian Tire, and we'll have all kinds of goodies, tortilla, pies, cookies, donuts.
Is it your tortilla recipe, or?
It is my tortilla recipe.
Oh God, Terry, I'm going to have to go get one.
You're going to have to send that in to us, because I just, we are doing a little bit different this year. The Home for the Holidays flip is going to be a recipe book. It's going to be really exciting. Yeah, it'll be a bit different. Recipes and memories.
Nice.
Will you be sending your special recipe? I mean, tortilla? It's a secret, probably.
Well, I'll consider it.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
It is so good.
it's in large quantities, so we'll have to figure out how to cut it down for people to make at home.
Right. I find that I've because I'm from Quebec initially, and tourtière is a staple in the Christmas meal. Like, this is something we always had, and even like the Lac Saint Jean tourtière that my mom used to make, that's a different kind of tourtière. But anyways, all that to say that when I moved to Ontario, one of the things that I found difficult is to find a good tourtière here. And then I found Terry's.
You were saying about the bake sale. That's what, this Friday and Saturday coming up? Or?
No, the following weekend. The weekend of the 29th, I guess it was. No,
okay,
27th.
So yeah,
okay.
after American Thanksgiving.
So it's on the Friday and the Saturday.
Okay.
And
at Canadian Tire.
We have a ton of tourtière available now. If anybody wants them, you can order them on through the optimistclubofcornwall.org site too.
Okay.
Contact some of the names that are on there. It's all good, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
It's Christmas time.
Favorite time of the year. Favorite time of the year.
It is.
Yep. All right, Terry. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us your time. That's
my
all
pleasure.
you do, it seems, is give people your time.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. And we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you at the parade and at the breakfast with Santa next week.
Look forward to it.
This week coming up. This week.
This Saturday. Sorry.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Have a good day, Terry.
You
Thanks,
too.
Terry.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, God. It's always a good way to start the week when Terry comes and speaks with us.
Especially when his name is Mary Terry.
Mary Terry. Pat de cochon, ragout de boulette, tourtière. Yes. Are you from Quebec, Ina? Because you sure know all the stuff that I grew up on.
Well, the Estonian specialty is blood pudding.
Oh
my God. I love that. Cooked like the blood sausage there, cooked with a layer of bacon. My mother
I haven't had that in years, Mai-Liis.
That is something that we we used to get ours from Montreal, from the Estonian community, because they all got together and they made all this. And recent years, obviously, they haven't been doing it because, again, with the situation. Last year, we bought it from Joe's Quality Meats on the corner of 4th and Pitt. Yeah, they did. And it wasn't the same, but it was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good. Yes. So I think we're going to be visiting Joe's again for that this year, because I think my mother dug in the bottom of her freezer and got the last piece of the Estonian made one out. So
so you know, Ina, like, it's do you pronounce it Ina or Ina? Just
she's gonna have to come on and tell us that.
Yeah, she's gonna have to come on and tell us that.
She can't say that over chat. She's got to come on and talk to us. Come on, Ina.
I don't think I had the
you don't have the link.
Ina. She said Ina. There you go.
There you go.
So blood pudding. Does your better half do that? No way.
No, and you won't touch it. The only one of my children, Katrina and Christian, never. Christopher loves blood pudding. So anything that was left, we had to fight over it. So
this is something that my mom used to make it with liver. So every time we had liver, we'd have blood pudding as well. And when I was a kid, like, it was a big no-no. I hated it. Hated it. Well, especially the liver.
Because a lot of people don't like liver, but me, liver,
I love
onions,
it now.
I just
love
don't
it now.
Just don't like cooking it because the whole house stinks of that, and your clothes smell of it, and it does, because Sheldon had made it and we had eaten it and stuff, and I went out it was a meeting or something, I remember, and all I could smell was liver and onions, and it was off of me because obviously nobody else had it on them.
It probably was the onion more than the liver.
Well, whatever it was, I definitely smelt it all night off myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, speaking of food,
do
you know what time it is?
It is
Monday, Munchie
Munchie
Taste Test.
Test time. So
Monday. Yep. Go ahead.
it's like a tongue twister. I can never say it very fast.
Yeah, me neither.
That's why you had to say it slow. So I visited Marrow and Spice this week to pick up a few things. Like they did have a lot. They were open all the time. They had meals every day. But I know Mike he has a huge farm and he's busy and he does this all by himself pretty well. So he's cut his hours down. I have some information. They do have their hours cut down. They are located at 4812 Pitt Street in the City Center Plaza where Sharon's Pantry is. And they are open from Wednesday to Friday, 10 to 6. So where he had fresh food made every day, he still does that. Every day you can look on the Facebook page and see what they've got. But they now concentrate more on frozen food.
Okay.
Like frozen soups, frozen food, and you can pre-order everything and then go in and pick it up. So me not thinking did pick us up some frozen soup, and then I'm like, Julia calls me this morning and says, how are we gonna get this ready for ourselves at the beginning of show to eat it at halfway through because it's going to be cold. So
yeah,
we are not going to do the soup part. It was, what is it? Russian potato and mushroom soup. It sounded so delicious. So we are going to taste it. We're going to
film ourselves.
We're going to film it and then we'll play it today
at lunch, and then we'll play it in the segment next week. But we have something else.
We have our dessert that we're going to eat first.
So
peanut butter Nimo bars. So I'm a big lover of Nimo bars. I'm sure you are too, Julia. But these are made with peanut butter, and Marrow and Spice, they make them from scratch.
So butter, sugar, egg, graham cracker, coconut, almond, egg, vanilla, peanut butter, custard powder, and chocolate.
And you know what? You can pronounce every single one of those.
Yes.
As my mother always says, if you cannot pronounce it, you shouldn't eat it.
I agree with that 100%.
So basically, it's all natural, like pronounceable stuff, and it looks very, very edible.
All right, let me open it.
Mine is on a plate, so because I gave you the box. It looks delicious.
And again, the color is kind of weird. Like it looks more like Mai-Liis's color. I don't know why my camera's
it's
so different.
Yeah.
Mine looks yellow. It doesn't look like that. It looks like Mai-Liis's. It's much more appetizing.
Yeah, yours does have a different color. So let's taste this. And like I say, they make it from scratch.
It smells good.
Ooh.
Go. Oh, I love the coconut.
I know, you can really taste it.
Oh, yummy.
First you taste the peanut butter and then the coconut kicks in. So it's not like the traditional Nimo bar. I like it. I really like it more because I find the regular Nimo bar is too sweet. Too sweet for me. This is just nice.
This is so nice.
It's really good, and it's not super sweet, so it would be easy to eat.
It is yummy.
It is. It would be too easy to eat.
It is so good.
Really good, and the coconut really kicks in. I love it.
It does.
Well, you're gonna have to go to Marrow and Spice because they also have macaroons that they make themselves. There's a lot of stuff that they make. Everything they make is made by them, so it's wonderful. This is really good.
I hate to think how many calories there are in this thing.
They don't have that written anywhere, do they?
No.
Oh my God, it's good.
Oh, yes, it is.
Good choice.
Okay, I gotta stop because it's obviously going to make me gain the 17 pounds I've lost.
So last week, I was really good. We had the pizza. I put it aside, and then in the evening, I went and took it out and ate the whole thing. It was so good. And then
the chocolate pizza?
Yeah, and then I
shared it.
I didn't, because I'm here by myself, right? Sheldon's living in Martintown right now, and the cats are not going to eat it. So, of course, I had to eat it. And then I thought, oh, my God, what did I just do? It was so sweet. I made myself. I love chocolate, but it was too much.
Yeah, no kidding. I gave pieces to everyone.
I couldn't
So
stop. I think I might do the same with this.
yeah, I'm gonna have to give it
Well,
to
I'm
the
gonna
kids.
have to hide it on myself and try not to find it later. But I
That is really
also,
delicious.
it is. It's really good. Like I say, it's not sickly sweet because the other one I find is way too
Yeah, the
sweet.
coconut adds a nice little,
It does.
yeah.
And the peanut butter makes it, I don't know, it just does takes that super sweetness away. It's really nice.
Mhm.
Now I also picked up,
Oh, that sounds good. We
oh
we we
yeah.
need to start tasting the stuff our people, our viewers make. Ina, you need to come and drop off this stuff once a
Yeah.
week. Hey, Miley, speaking of, did you try my couscous salad?
Oh my God. I was gonna eat a little bit of it. I'm like,
That was
I
good,
ate
right?
yeah, 3/4 of it. It was really good. I
Yeah.
loved it. It
Yeah.
was good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So since people are not sending us suggestions much of what to try from where, maybe we should try getting people to create recipes and try them.
Yeah, that was really good. Just like now I picked up something else too. When I was little, I loved these candies. We call them sweets in England anyway. So I was at Harvest, and Harvest has this humongous assortment of little boxes. They're really cute little boxes. As you can see, I've eaten half of them, but I did give quite a few to you. And there's all kinds of different retro candies and stuff in them. So I picked up what I loved. They're called they used to be called flying saucers in England. Here they call them flying UFOs, which is pretty close. And if you shake them, there's stuff in them. And in England, it used to be sherbet. It used to be like icing sugar.
Yeah.
But this is like you'll find out what it's like. You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it. It has a little noise. So I eat
Roger,
these
sorry,
one after the
Roger
other.
says cooking show. Yeah, I post enough pictures of food all
You
the time.
do.
We could start a cooking show.
Yeah, you every day you
Okay, so
post
back
what
to
you eat.
flying.
Yeah, flying saucers. So we'll try these and
Okay,
you tell me
so
what you think.
these look like church wafers. Like,
We'll
is
see
that
when you
what it
taste
is?
it.
Okay.
I think so. Well, taste it.
Okay.
1,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Mm-mm.
It
Different.
is. It tastes like that church wafers, like paperish. And then inside, it's got
Got
these
candy.
little candies, and they're crunchy. But
Okay, now
the
I'm curious. I'm gonna have to open one up just
the
to.
traditional ones, though, back in England,
Ah, that's what I thought it
they
was.
have like an icing sugar inside. Yeah, exactly. These are crunchy candies.
It's like what you put on a cake, like the cake
Mhm.
toppings, kind of. Okay, well, it's all right. I'm not a fan.
I kind of ate 6 of them the other day, and
Yeah,
again, I kind of OD'd on them, and then I
yeah,
put
not
them
my thing
away.
either. Yeah, that's not something I would buy. Definitely.
I don't buy them often because the problem is I just go through the whole box one after the other, so
Okay,
I
so
don't
you
buy
like
them
them
very
that
often.
much?
I do, but I like the ones that you got in England.
Yeah.
They didn't have this crunchy thing inside. It was more like sherbet, like an icing sugar kind of thing that melted in your mouth. So these are not my super favorite, but if I go to the Irish and Scottish store in Ottawa, they have the real ones.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Very cool. Ah, well, that was it for our taste test today. So for the marrow and spice Nanaimo bar, I'm gonna be giving that a solid 10.
I'm going to give it if I could, it would be an 11 out of 10, but it'll be a solid 10. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's really, really good. I
really.
really love that addition of the coconut, and it's got a nice balance with the peanut butter, but the peanut
Mhm.
butter is not like it doesn't taste like peanut butter cup, right? It's not as peanut buttery as a
Oh,
peanut butter cup. So there's a nice balance between the peanut butter and the coconut. So it's really good. And for your British candy there, I'm going to give it a 1. I'm sorry.
Oh, I still give it a
Ooh.
10. If it had the icing sugar in it, would be definitely
A 10.
11. But
Okay.
no, I still like it. I just,
Yeah, not a fan of that at
you don't
all.
like any of my British candy that I come out
No,
with.
I liked the first one you gave us.
Walnut whip.
Oh, that
That-
was like out of this world. That was really good.
Yeah,
Walnut
you
whip.
did
Yeah,
like that one.
I
Turkish
love that
Delight,
one.
you didn't like eating the perfume.
Nope.
The Snowball, you didn't really, well, you kind of cared for that because it had marshmallow and coconut.
Hmm. That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And this I'll see what else I can find.
Yep. Okay, so if you have any suggestions for us, please let us know. Is there a special treat that you really love that you think we should try? Hopefully, it can be something local that you find in one of our local restaurants or local stores. We are going to try Mr. Puffs at some point, right?
Yes, you wanted
Because
to do
Mr.
that.
Puffs, yeah, I want to do that maybe next week or something. We'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let us know, and we will taste it. Yes, Aina says Mr. Puffs. So yeah, I think we'll do that next week. It'll be perfect right after the parade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll try Mr. Puffs. We just won't open all the bags of chips that we're handing out.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get rid of those because we can't
I
keep
know,
those.
like they are everywhere in my office. It is a nightmare. Like I have
Mhm.
probably 12 big boxes that are
Yeah.
piled up everywhere. Like it's insane. Like I can't go anywhere in my office anymore. It's like I can't move. Like this is the area I have to move. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, because I think we each took a box of 50, but I think we had 1,000, so there's 900 bags of chips still.
Yep.
So
So we'll just place them in the driveway in the open trunk and people can
Yeah.
come and get them.
yeah, just help yourself to chips.
Yep.
Please take them away because
Yes,
Julia and I
please.
do not
Please.
want to eat these.
No, we don't. Nor do I want my kids to have 1,000 bags because if I let them, they will.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Are there any events that you want to plug for this week, Mai-Liis?
Before I forget, I do want to give you Marrow and Spice's website.
Oh, yes,
so
please.
it's www, of course, .marrowandspice.com. So again, go check out all the stuff that they have, the goodies that they make. They're open Wednesday to Friday, 10 to 6 at the city center. So it's 812 Pitt Street. You kind of go in next to Wilson's Funeral Home between Sharon's Pantry, and you go to the back of the parking lot, and it's the little store that's sitting there, and it's a wonderful place. They still have a lot of local goodies there,
Mm-hmm.
but their food is really good. We'll find out when we do our soup later.
Cool.
Now, as far as events, there are a few things going on. There's always a lot going on. We really, really, really need people to go on our calendar of events at thesika.ca and plug in your event because there's so much that we may miss.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, Tuesday at 7, an online event, and it's presented by the Future Climate Leaders. It's a local town hall. Again, about climate change. What can I do? So you can go chat and give your, voice your opinions and chat with the people there. It's a Zoom meeting, so go in and get the information. And Wednesday at the same place, it's climate change, permafrost, and you. And it's with Dr. Chris Bunn.
Okay.
Again, a virtual event presented by Future Climate Leaders. So go on Facebook under Future Climate Leaders, and I'm sure you'll find all the info. Friday at the Port at 7 o'clock, Anika Chambers and Paul Delorier, a concert. Saturday at 7 at the Port, a tribute to AC/DC,
Ooh.
Rough Edge. So that sounds kind of more like my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
getting a little bit into the rock music. Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning at the Royal Canadian Legion on 2nd Street, there's an open doubles dart tournament for all you dart players. And Saturday, November the 20th at 8, you've got the 2021 Holiday Wine and Gourmet Tasting Gala
Oh
put
yes,
on
with
by
the
United
United
Way.
Way.
And again, it's going to be different because I guess they had tickets for the event in person at the Cornwall Golf and Country Club. Don't know if
Yeah.
they have any left, but it's also an online virtual event.
Well, and that's what they did last year, right?
Yeah.
They had these little boxes put together that you
Yep.
would just go and pick up, and then they had a live stream,
Yep.
and you just partook in the event from home over
Yep.
Zoom, you know.
You
So
had your glass of wine and
Yep.
you had your snacks and you watched it on Zoom or
Yep.
online. So
yeah,
again, a different way of doing things. Because remember when we went to the actual event that year
yes,
at the Nav Center? Oh my God, it
yes,
was wonderful, and the
yeah.
food was
It's like
really good.
that's the gala of the year. Like it's
It is.
yeah.
It is. I kind of would have liked to have gone to another one, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
hmm
And what else do we have? Sunday at 2, Art for All, presented by the Art Hive, is actually having an in-person art event at the 125 Pitt Street studio. So you can go in, you've got to wear your mask, you have to be double vaccinated to go in there, but you can go make some arts and crafts in person. So that's kind
Nice.
of nice. Saturday at 9, Whiskey on Tap, the group, is playing at La Maison. And on Saturday the 20th, that is this coming weekend. Yeah, we've got the Santa Claus parade, right?
Yes.
That's this weekend.
Yes.
Santa Claus parade
And breakfast with Santa in the
and
morning.
breakfast with Santa. And there's also a Christmas crafts and vendors show at the Blessed Sacrament Church that day too,
Okay.
hosted by Bamboo Dudes. You can find the information.
Oh yes, that's my
Bamboo Dudes.
pal. That's my
Yeah.
pal, Bamboo Dudes. Yes,
Yeah,
he
I
told me
met them
about that this
actually.
week.
They were at the closing of
Yes,
the farmers
great guy.
market. So go
Mhm.
check out that event at bamboodudes.ca. I'm sure there's a lot of other good stuff on their website too, because I've
Right.
seen their products. They're really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, I also want to say that on December 6th, right here on this show, we are going to have such a special guest.
I am
I
so
am
excited.
So excited because Santa Claus is coming to Monday Morning Motivations.
I am so excited too. So anybody that wants to chat and tell him what you want for Christmas and you know, all the kids, we want everybody to come in and talk to Santa.
It can be adults, it can be kids. You just have to come on to the show. We'll put a link that you can just click on and join into the video. So your kids can actually talk to Santa. They can virtually sit on his lap and ask for what they want for Christmas, and that goes for adults too. So if you have a special present that you are looking for Christmas that you want under the tree, you can come and talk to Santa. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, we're like
December
big kids.
6th.
December 6th, Monday morning motivation, 10 a.m. We're like big kids. I love Christmas, but it's here's the funny thing. You didn't have your tree up early. I used to do all that, and we flipped again. Like I don't know why. Why are we like
we keep on
becoming you,
flipping.
you becoming me?
I don't
But
know.
yeah, I did my garland down the stairs, and I put little bits up,
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
at a time. So last year I did 3 trees. I went overboard because it was great putting them up. Then I forgot that you've still got to take them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this year I'm not doing that.
So I got out all my stuff this weekend. I got up on Saturday morning, cleaned out my closet because all my stuff is in there. Pulled out my tree, and then just started decorating everywhere. Pulled out all my pictures, my Christmas pictures, and made the tree and put all my gnomes out. I'm a really I have a thing for gnomes. I love my little Christmas gnomes. So if you see gnomes anywhere, let me know, please. Send me a Facebook message. Tell me, hey, there are gnomes there. I'm going to go and buy them. I got a little collection now. Mai-Liis got a few of those for me. And So yeah, so it's very Christmassy in my living room right now.
Were you listening to Christmas music at the
Yes,
same
while I
time?
was,
Good.
of course, while I was doing all that, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Like I put on my AccuRadio Christmas tunes and every day when I work. I don't know, it just makes me happy.
Yeah, it does. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to let you go, people. Thank you for joining in today. Thank you to our guest for coming and speaking to us about all the wonderful Christmas stuff that's coming up. And I wish you a fabulous day.
And a super duper week.
See you next week.
Bye.